Hello! Hello, guys, and welcome to the opening of this incredible event. I'm so grateful and thankful for everyone who has joined. We've got over 1,300 VAs so far, and they keep coming in. So I'm so excited for this, and thank you so much for being here. So it might take a little bit of getting used to navigating around the rooms and seeing how we do this, but I do really hope that you pick it up quite quickly and it's quite easy. We have an orientation video on the festival pass page, so that's at virtualmissfriday.com/festival pass, and it tells you how to use this space, how to use the buttons that are available to you. It's fairly intuitive. Basically, if you hit the mic button and it goes green, you're on mic. If you hit the cam button and it goes green, you're on cam, and you'll appear in your little circle. We've got a few people in the other rooms, but we're going to keep on schedule today because there's a lot to get through. Basically, what I wanted to do today is take you on a tour, a complete tour of all of this co-working space. It's a brand new co-working space. We started our beta in December, which was a very, very soft launch, just internally to a few people. And then we went into live beta in January, and now we're coming out. And this is a brand new space, and I'm so excited to share it with you today, to talk about everything that we're going to be doing in the new co-working space, all the good stuff that's going to be happening. And this room in particular is our morning mindset room. Now, I do a lot of coaching, a lot of mentorship and masterminding. And one of the things that I love to base a lot of the stuff that I do on is around the principles of Think and Grow Rich, the Napoleon Hill book. And I'm very much a believer in that we create our own reality, that our thoughts become things, and very much so that we need a daily practice if we are going to be successful. I've been doing these daily practices for almost 2 decades. And for me, they're non-negotiable. And the reason I created the morning mindset room, which is formerly the daily accountability room, or the accountability room in the previous co-working space, if you were in there, Nikki, you know that, then it basically is morphed into this. We did daily accountability. I'm going to take you through what that daily accountability session would look like. I do them Sunday through to Thursday because we publish the video on YouTube Monday to Friday. So you'll see here on the screen in front of you at the bottom, there is a playlist called, it's basically a daily accountability playlist. So always, oh, Nikki says it's her favourite start to the day. Thank you, Nikki. It's my favourite start of the day too. So you can actually subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you can get these videos because they're posted Monday to Friday if you don't want to join us in the virtual co-working space room. But we would obviously love to see you here if you did want to come join. So the playlist is at the bottom. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel there, and you can start getting those videos. We've had a pause because of the festival, but we'll be back on it directly after the festival ends after the 7th. Then in the top corner, you'll see on this side, you will see the straight up version of the accountability practice. So if you want, so I do these videos 5 days, and we do these sessions 5 days a week. But if you wanted to come in any other time, or you can't attend live, you can do that straight up version. It's a 5-minute accountability practice. We're going to take you guys through it as we go through this session. Welcome to everyone who just joined, Anu and Dee and Leah and Ludith. It's so nice to see you, and Ashley. Thank you so much for being here, and Joanna Marie. So basically what we're going to do is take you through that. So usually we theme these accountability sessions. We have like Money on Monday, and we have Tarot on Tuesday, and we have Wisdom on Wednesday, Think on Thursday. So we're still going to keep to those themes. And then we have a little chat, and I share a little bit of knowledge or a tidbit of information or something like that. And then we do the practice. So it doesn't take that long. Welcome everyone if you've just joined us. Just so you know, I am recording this and there should be replays inside the virtual co-working space main area if you're a member. So we don't have replays if you're not a member of virtual co-working space, but we will be adding the replays of these sessions today inside the back end of virtual co-working space. And if you have been in the back end of virtual co-working space, you might have seen, or you might have got a ton of email notifications. We have added so much into that back area. There's classes and courses and workshops and like full-on programs that we've all added into the back end. So when we're not doing the live sessions inside these rooms of virtual co-working space, we have them every week, and we have them pretty much, we have like 6 sessions usually in a week, or is it 4 sessions in a week? But we also do like random hangouts and things. I'm talking about the scheduled sessions. When we're not doing those, there's still lots of things to do inside virtual co-working space, because you can go and browse all the archives with all the classes and workshops and courses inside there. And we've really, that's just things that we've been creating over the years, content we've been putting out, and there's some really, really good stuff. And that's a mixture as well of actual paid programs and paid workshops that we've done. So what I'm going to talk to you about now, thank you for everyone who's joined. So what we would normally do in these sessions is I would talk to you a little bit about things that are happening in my VA business, things that are happening in my life, and kind of lessons that I've learned. You want to kind of see what that means and what that looks like, you can go and check out the playlist. If you click on the playlist, like top right hand corner, there's like literally a ton of these that you can go through, and they kind of all have a different little message. Take a pause, fortune favors the bold, you know, I am present, are you ready, what's the worst that could happen. I kind of always base these things on things that are happening in my life, because I do these daily accountability practices. And I will say, when you start doing the accountability practice, it will really challenge you. Because the accountability practice, and I'll explain it briefly, and there are videos in that playlist that you can go and watch, but basically we need some kind of journal. So I use the Breathe journal, and inside this journal you can see how we fill it in, you know, pretty much, you know, daily. I fill it in. We do these carry out these certain tasks, take about 5 minutes. But once you start doing those, and you start doing those daily, you will start to see the things that you want to happen and things you want to occur start to occur. Okay, so they might not be obviously in front of you, like, oh, you know, like my goal is to get on a red bus, and then suddenly a red bus drives by. It might be the case, but you start to notice subtleties as you go through the daily practice into the changes and things happening in your life. What do I mean by this? I mean, ideas suddenly come to you that you never had before, that are in line with a specific goal. So you always have to have a specific goal. And we read this goal in the accountability practice. So you will start to notice differences in the people you meet, differences in the surroundings and the environment around you, differences in how you think, differences in how you work. Because what this daily accountability practice does is it creates shifts in your energy to direct you and point you and bring you closer towards your goal. So I always say, be very careful what you wish for, because, you know, when you set these goals, you'll have to know that things are going to change. Maybe things are going to get uncomfortable. Maybe you're going to be challenged. Maybe, you know, if you've got a big financial goal, you might have some crazy idea that you've never had before, where you think, oh my God, this is so much work. This is actually one of them. This was a goal, my vision, this virtual co-working space. How it all came together, it was very organic, and it was just purely from focusing daily on the goals and the gratitude, the most important task to keep things moving forward, and also the visualization practice that we do. So I think we need to kind of get started to do the accountability practice so I can introduce it to you. But basically what it's going to be is I'm going to turn my camera and I turn my mic off. And then we go into play the video on the screen and we go through a 5-minute accountability practice. Now, just to prepare you, we write down, so if you don't have a journal, get a notepad, pen, whatever, it's always handy to have those on your desk. If you're a virtual assistant, you probably do that anyway. You're like, Michelle, don't teach me to suck eggs. So get your pad and pen, journal, anything that you want to write in. We're going to do a minute of gratitude. So that's thinking about what we're grateful for. Usually because this is a daily practice, we always think about the day before and try to find at least one thing we're really grateful for. Even in the bad days, there's always something to be grateful for. Then we go into doing a goal reading. So what we like to do is we write our goal down. I always write my goal down inside my journal, and sometimes I tweak it as we go through. I always write a brand new one every single week because sometimes my goal changes, sometimes I have to tweak things in it, sometimes I like to reword things, but always have your goal written down where you can read it. So whatever that be, whether that be a business goal, a financial goal, could even be a relationship goal, anything like that, write that down and read it every single day. This is what we do in accountability. Then the next thing we do is we have a visualization for about 1 minute. We just kind of close our eyes and we think about what that goal looks like, what the outcome of that goal will look like once it's been achieved. So imagine if you've got a big financial goal or a business goal, what does that actually look like at the end? You need to be able to see what things will be once they've been achieved, because you really have to get in your space every day of already achieving your goals. That's how they get created. You have to see it in your mind before you'll see it in your environment and in the outside. So for me, I have like goals with my health and things like that. So I visualize myself as I would like to look or as I would like to be. I have goals, financial goals, and then I think about what would I do with that money when that money comes in, and then I imagine myself, like doing up a certain part of my house or buying a certain product or material or a car or anything like that. So what you need to do is get really clear on your mind about what that looks like. Maybe you want the money for traveling, so you're going to visualize yourself traveling and on planes and on a beach. So the visualization is a really important thing, a really important part of the whole process, because you have to be able to see yourself having already achieved the goal. And then the final thing that we do for this practice is we do a most important task. So basically you think about your goal, you think about the vision, and then you write down one thing that's going to bring you closer to that goal, and you have to do it the same day. Okay, so it can be something small, it can be something a bit bigger. You decide what that looks like for you, but it has to be one thing. Now, every day, if you do that most important task, it stacks up. So every day you're taking a step towards your goal and a step towards your vision and a step towards getting closer to where you want to be. And like I say, it can be challenging, sometimes it can be uncomfortable. I share those challenges with you guys on my daily practices. If I've been manifesting things, something's happened and I've had to learn a lesson from it. It's not all, unicorns and rainbows. You get challenging times, but the most important thing is you come back, that this is part of the process. This is what we need to go through. This is what I've learned from it, and this is how I've moved forward. And I'm always getting one step closer to my goal. Okay, so we're on about 1/4 the hour, and we need to do this accountability now. So I'm going to turn off my camera, turn off my mic. I would love for you to go through the accountability, and obviously we'll do it together and do it with us. And then I will come back on camera at the end of the session. You can find at least one thing. Let's begin. Next, we're going to read our goal. This should be written down somewhere. Read it through right now in the next minute. Now we're going to spend 1 minute closing our eyes and doing a visualization. Visualize yourself having achieved the goal or the things around you that show you've achieved the goal. Let's begin. Well done. And finally, we have our most important task of the day. Write down the task that you want to accomplish today. It's going to help you take one step further to your goal. Think about it. Let's begin. Well done, you, for completing your daily accountability. I am super proud of you. You have done so well. And don't forget, you can join me live online inside Virtual Co-working Space every day where I create these videos live. Please do like this video if you do like it, because I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a comment down below with the affirmation of the day. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any updates. Thank you so much and have a fantastic day. Hello, welcome back. Thank you so much. Yes, Natasha, we have started. We have just completed our accountability practice. So you can see basically what we do every day. That's a 5-minute video injection where it really is going to help you bring back focus. I do the recordings because I always like to make sure, no matter what time zone you're in, you know, because obviously I'm in Egypt and There are a lot of people that join us from America and things like that. It might be a little bit too early in places or a little bit too late, but at least you have those videos every day that you can subscribe to the channel, and then you'll get notification when those videos are in. Or if you're a member of Virtual Co-working Space, you can just go and look at the playlist in there, or come to this room as well. So one more thing that I like to do is I always like to leave you with, we mentioned an affirmation in the end of that video. So I like to give you an affirmation or leave you with something, and today is about money. So what I normally do, oh, whoever that is, whoever's not on mute, you need to mute. Okay, so in the orientation video it says, like, if you click on your mic, it goes green, you're on, and then everyone can hear you. Okay, so I am going to pull a money card now because I like to leave you with something positive. I like to give you something to think about. And I think it's really important always to keep your energy and your mind focused and active and thinking about the future and thinking about the things that you really want. So let's take a look and see what we can find today. These are money and law of attraction cards, and it's just nice to read them and see what we've got going. So this has popped out. My attention to unwanted attracts more unwanted. So that's something to give you an affirmation to focus on the things that you want. This is perfect because I preach this so much that you have to really focus on the things that you want, because if you don't focus on the things that you want, you tend to focus on the things that you don't want, and then you tend to get what you don't want. So this is a perfect message for all of us. My attention to unwanted attracts more unwanted. And I'll just read the back for you quickly. For every pleasing thing, there is an unpleasing counterpart. Far within every particle of the universe is that which is wanted, as well as the lack of which is wanted. When you focus upon unwanted aspect of something in an effort to push it away from you, it only comes closer, because you get what you give your attention to, whether it's something that you want or not. It's up to you to focus upon and attract what is wanted. So that's always the reason why, and this is so apt, this is always the reason why we do the daily accountability practice. We read our goal every day. We visualize what we want and how it's happened. And we go through our day focused and ready to take a step forward on that. So I hope you enjoyed this session. I'll stay around in here for a few minutes. If anyone wants to talk, ask a question, leave a message in the chat. And then we're going to join in the book nook in our next session. If you see down here, you can click exit and go back to the reception, or you can click on all rooms in the bottom section of the page, and then you can click on the book nook to go over there. That's basically how you navigate around the co-working space. But I will stay here until the end of this session, which ends in about 8 minutes, and then I'm going to head off into the next location. So thank you so much, and if anyone wants to talk to me or chat about anything or ask any questions, then I am here for you.